This is a work area. This is a place where people do their jobs every day. Now, often this environment causes a great deal of stress to the workers and difficulties for the security officer. In fact, usually this place is full of hustle and bustle with people running everywhere, phones ringing, typewriters going, but not now, not now. Everyone's gone home for today. But still for you, it's a critical issue. How do you deal with those people? And that's what we're going to talk about today, the security officer and human and public relations. Yes, it can be a difficult task. Now, it can also be a very rewarding one. And this program will help you to, 1, review the human side of security officer work. 2, examine what is bad public relations. 3, explore the 5 publics in private security. 4, identify the basic needs of all people. And 5, list various techniques for improving relations with others. Well, now let's talk about human relations skills. A security officer essentially is in the people business. Now, in daily routine, he or she represents his or her employer, and this includes dealing with management and policies as well as procedures. Now, frequently, the first person an outsider or visitor interacts with in your company is the security officer. Now, you can help to create a favorable or an unfavorable impression. In the private security field, positive interaction transmits a message of professionalism. Now, your approach to others suggests competency, skill, and intelligence. What is improper or inadequate public relations? Well, first, the security officer who acts incompetently, the officer who doesn't know his or her job well, the security officer who casts an image of not caring, the security officer who has a negative attitude, the security officer who is hostile or antagonistic in dealing with people, the security officer who complains to anyone who will listen, the security officer who is neither discreet nor can respect a confidence, the security officer who does not follow up or follow through, the security officer who is careless, immoral, or discourteous, the security officer who abuses his or her authority. Now, some tips on how to ensure appropriate public and human relations. First off, be dependable. Always be courteous. Show interest and concern for others. Use tact. Be discreet. Respect confidences. Be impartial. Stay calm. Be patient. And always be helpful. Ensure that your appearance is always appropriate. You should look clean, neat, well-groomed, and always in the prescribed uniform. You should have a non-offensive breath and no body odor. And you should maintain a good physical shape and appearance. It's essential when you're dealing with other fellow security personnel that you exhibit a team spirit, that you know your job and the job of others, that you share appropriate information with co-workers, and you must be sensitive to the needs of other workers. Provide assistance whenever necessary. Now let's talk about the 5 publics that the private security officer deals with. Now, the security officer deals with essentially 5 different groups of people during his or her routine day. Some groups require constant interaction, while some groups are contacted only occasionally. The nature of the interaction reveals security officers' competency, skills in public relation, skills in interpersonal relationships, as well as human relations. The first publics that a security officer has to deal with is visitors. Security officers frequently serve as an organizational receptionist, and visitors may be customers, contractors, vendors, friends, relatives, or other guests of the organization. How they are greeted creates an image of the organization. A first impression is a lasting impression. The security officer should be attentive, always exhibit patience, tact, and discretion. Visitors should be greeted with a smile, offered assistance, asked how they can be helped, courteously invited to complete a visitor log if appropriate, offered answers to questions, told how to obtain additional information, told how to locate desired parties, and escorted if necessary. The next group of publics we'll deal with are employees. Persons who work for the organization include managers, staff, and other security officers. Security officers have a responsibility to enforce organizational rules, policies, and procedures. An example would be using sign-in sheets or using access cards or badges or other forms of identification. Also, you may be required to open packages for inspection or enforce parking rules. It's essential that you also obey these rules.
Hey Dave, what's going on?
Not much. Rich, how you doing, bud?
Hey, what are you doing smoking back here? You know it's a non-smoking area. It's company policy, that's why they put the signs up.
Man, I've been smoking back here for 10 years.
There's lots of flammable stuff out here. You're violation of the policy. I need you to put the cigarette out.
You're not going to make an issue out of that, are you?
Yeah, I am.
Back here. All right.
I need you to put the cigarette out now.
Okay.
The security officer must always be firm but polite, courteously remind employees of the rules when they are being broken, and never be provocative or hostile. Help the employee to obey rules. Never be unpleasant. Do not abuse authority. Be patient and stay calm. Never threaten an employee, and do not argue. And also never apologize for doing your job. And if you have trouble and it's not getting resolved, call your supervisor for assistance. The security officer's behavior should serve as a model for other employees. This means following all the organizational rules. No cutting corners, no rationalizations for disobeying rules. Here's some helpful tips. Always alert employees to any possible situations which are dangerous. Escort women to parking lots at night if they ask. Ensure that every emergency situation is dealt with promptly. And report any situation or condition which is suspicious.
I understand there's been a bomb scare over here. I just need to get in, get a few quotes about it.
I'm sorry, sir. Nobody's allowed in the building right now.
Look, I just need a couple of quotes. I need to talk to somebody who can tell me what
Well,
happened.
as soon as we gather all the facts, we'll have somebody from our PR department get in touch with your newspaper.
Look, I appreciate you trying to do your job, but I got a deadline in about an hour. I
Well,
really need...
well, sir, we don't know any information right now, and as soon as we find out, somebody will be in contact with your paper.
Well, tell me exactly what you know. What is your name?
There's no available information right now, sir.
There's got to be some information available. Was
Sir-
there a bomb scare? Was there not a bomb
Sir,
scare?
as soon as we find out what's going on, we'll have our PR department call your newspaper.
Okay, well, you tell me what you know, just what you know.
All I know is that as soon as we find out what's going on, we'll have our PR department call your newspaper with all the facts and a press release.
Okay, let me ask you this. Did you hear a boom?
Dealing with the human side of security. That's next on ProForce.